Thank you so much. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here too, and it promises to be value packed tonight. Okay, to those that are just joining us for the very first time, Digital Edge Series is a webinar that occurs every last Thursday of the month. You can check us out on our socials at Legacy Lab NG on Twitter, that's X, and on YouTube and Instagram at legacylab.ng. So now we are going to be introducing our speaker, and of course, as our tradition is, we always welcome our speaker with an emoji. So I'll be bringing our speaker on board tonight, and I want us to make him feel welcomed. I want us to make him feel loved. So can we send an emoji tonight if we are ready for our speaker? If we truly are ready for our speaker tonight, can we send in an emoji? Let's show how excited we are. Let's encourage our speaker. Okay, thank you, thank you. I still need a lot of reactions from us tonight. Thank you, everyone. Wow, wow, wow. This is amazing. Thank you, thank you. All right, so I'll be introducing our speaker for tonight. And I will be introducing myself. So, Sam Adeyemi is a co-founder of Zenith Studio.ng and is a software developer of 4 years experience, the lead of GDG OCXO, that is Google Developers Group on campus, Ekiti State University. And he has taught over 200 people and mentored people personally also. And yeah, Samuel Adeyemi will be speaking to us today. You can check him out on Instagram at his Uncle Sam and on Twitter also, that's X. So I'm your host for tonight. My name is Eniola and a lot of people know me as Blossom. And now I want to see our reaction again before our speaker officially unmutes his mic and come on board. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, I would encourage us to be attentive. If it's to grab a bottle of water, and if it's to also, it is also essential to at least get a notepad and a pen just to at least write something down, because you cannot always get everything on your head at a glance. So, Mr. Sam Adeyemi, you have the floor tonight. We are glad to have you. Thank you so much, sir. You can unmute your mic.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Blossom. Thank you, Legacy Lab. It's a great opportunity actually to share my thoughts on what I'm about to share tonight, and I must say a very big thank you for the opportunity. All right. So, good evening, everyone. Blossom has done a good introduction about what I do. I'm a co-founder of a product I developed, Zenith Studio, and also a software developer for about 4 or 5 years now. And that is what I do majorly, aside other skills I have, but that is just my major skill. So this evening tonight, I will be sharing basically on sorry, I'll be sharing basically on still a topic on that digital edge series. And I believe that the essence of digital edge series is actually to point us to a direction. I'm sure for those of us that have been following the previous series, previous webinars, previous meetings, and the rest, for those of us that have been following, I'm sure you have gotten a glimpse on how to actually thrive on the digital edge and what it actually means to be or have a digital edge in this time, right? And it's not just about the latest AI or the latest technology or stuff like that, or the latest tech skill that is trending, but it's just about you having, that particular edge. When a digital space, a jet world, a digital space, and anyone that does not have an edge, does not have a leverage or an edge in this time is definitely going to miss out on a lot of opportunities. I'm sure that person cannot even have a standing in this our present time. Right, so I believe this is the reason why the Digital Edge series was raised for, people, both techies and non-techies. So in the next 10, 20 minutes, I'll be sharing basically on how to thrive in the digital age world, exposing us to AI and technology and latest tech um, jobs or careers that will dominate tomorrow and even today. Right. So, but my focus this evening is not just on these careers because majorly these careers are wide open for us to check. In fact, it's something I believe that most of us already have an idea on already, and which I can point to some. These are things that I can say from the palm of my hand, right? And I'm sure they are not new things that you've not heard before. For example, the top on the market when it comes to AI and tech carriers, the top on the market is AI itself. That's AI engineering. Sorry, please give me some seconds. So sorry. All right, sorry for that. So we have the top of the list. We have AI itself. That's AI engineering. We have some other tech skill under AI, anything under AI, like AI and machine learning. For example, I myself, I'm still ongoing a particular course from Columbus University, and that's on AI and machine learning, deep learning, and some other things like that. So for it to actually have a leverage rather in the tech space or in the AI space, it's good that we have um, the knowledge on how AI is being developed. But in the case where someone is not a techie, someone is just maybe probably a creative, how can this person thrive in this particular aspect? So this is why I'll be sharing basically on how to thrive, not just listing different kind of tech careers and AI careers that probably you've heard before. Right. So, but before I do that, let me just quickly, I think I should quickly just mention some of these careers, basically, at least to give us an edge for those of also some people that might be here that don't know what these careers are. And I'll just touch a little bit on it before I actually eat the out of what I want to share this evening. So basically, I'll start with, like I said, AI itself. That's AI and machine learning. So if you're just, you can just jot it down for someone that does not that have not heard stuff like this. So AI and machine learning. We have data scientists. We have data engineering. We even have cloud engineering. Cybersecurity is one aspect that is very thriving today. It's one aspect that's it's very critical to have today. And the reason being is that a lot of vibe coders are out there today now, which are writing a lot of unsecure codes, like a lot of loops and a lot of open, how I call it, backdoors or something for attackers to actually attack. So a lot of vibe coders are developing software that are not safe today. So it's this work of cybersecurity to actually make sure that this thing is not penetrable and is not attackable in a way, so to speak. So cybersecurity is a very thriving set of tech skill that you must have, and a very high demanding one. AI products manager. We have robotics engineering. We even have NLP engineer. We have DevOps and the rest like that. Blockchain, AI ethics, AR and VR, quantum computing, just a lot like that. There's a long list of this thing, but like I said, my focus this evening is not basically on that. So what am I actually focusing on this evening? And that's the aspect of thriving in the digital space, because one can have all these skills and still not know how to use them, maximize them, and even use them to impact others or create a better life for himself, which I'm sure is the essence of acquiring a skill. Nobody acquires a skill just for the passion alone. We acquire a skill to actually make money off it, make a career off it, impact people through it, and just do a lot of things through it, right? So why does this even matter? Now, AI and emerging tech are exploding. According to LinkedIn, we have a lot of AI jobs that are growing at 74% each year, which means a lot of new opportunities are being born even faster than the way our Nigerian universities are producing graduates today, right? In Kenya now, we have AI being used for farming. In Nigeria, a lot of fintechs are involving AI now. and even some medical products are involving AI for X-ray scans and the rest like that. So we have agriculture, healthcare, banking, or education. Those sectors actually use AI. So now, how do we now actually fit in? Now, how do we actually fit in? Where do we come in? Because thriving in digital age is not just about becoming a coder. I think I said that at the beginning. It's not just about becoming a coder. What if you are not interested in coding? What if you're not even interested in building AI? Do you get? So there are some different roles that one can acquire, and or should I call it role, or the best way to actually thrive are based on these three things. Now, these three things are not things that are new. In fact, there's nothing new under the sun. I'm not a motivational speaker, but you will hear a lot of motivational speakers say stuff like this. If you watch some YouTube videos, you might hear things like this. If you go for some webinars, you might hear things like this. But these three things are still the basic things that you build something on as a tech person or as someone that's trying to thrive in the digital space, right? And the first one is a very common one, and that has to keep learning. Now you might say, keep learning what? And the funny thing is that there are a lot of resources out there that you don't even need university anymore to learn these things. I know someone, and I myself currently ongoing some courses on AI and machine learning, just for me to hear that Ekiti State University has introduced AI into their curriculum. I'm like, what took you so long? Right? People are already acquiring this skill even without you going through university to actually acquire this skill. So for you to keep learning, you don't need university. You don't need to. I don't say you don't have to go to school, but please go to school. But you don't have to take this kind of courses online on from your university or from your school. These are materials that you can definitely get online, and because these things are easy to access, people don't usually see the value of these things. For example, you come to me, oh, I want to learn this. How do I go about this? I want to learn this. Oh, just go to YouTube or let me recommend a video for you. Funny enough, the person that is so much zealous about learning such tech skill cannot sit down to watch a free video on YouTube. These resources are out there. They are free for you to consume. Some of these resources have been there for years. Some are recently made, and they are as good as anything. I'm a self-taught software developer, and I was not born with it. I consumed information online, and I keep my memory fresh. I keep my skill fresh by getting to know what is trending in the job markets today. For me to know that, oh, do I still have a chance to stand? For example, I was developing a waitlist earlier today for a particular product on Web3 on blockchain with some of my guys, and I developed the waitlist with AI. I didn't code anything at all. I developed it with AI, a very popular AI tool, and the waitlist was very beautiful because of my prompt that I gave it. And we had a UI UX on the team or beside us, and I just looked at him. I said, "See, AI has done, AI has done your job already. I don't need to pay you to actually do this. I can use AI to actually do this," which is which is a very funny thing, which is a very funny thing. But there is, just for me to just brush what I'm saying about this point one, is that there are resources out there for you to actually use, consume, make yourself better, get yourself better. And one thing I would say about AI, whether you're a tech person or you're not a tech person, this is very important for everybody. Because the world is going to now is a world where AI is going to become a very common tool, a very accessible tool, an household tool, whether it be it in robotics or IoT or anything. AI is going to be AI is going to become very, very accessible. So this one thing is very important for everybody to know, everybody to understand, and that's prompting. And that's prompting. If you don't know how to prompt, you can't get the best out of AI. So, like I said, there are free resources out there. You can still go to YouTube and check for these resources that, oh, how can I be a better prompter? How can I give ChatGPT, which is the most common chatbot, AI chatbot that we have today. Oh, how can I give ChatGPT a very good prompt that can make me generate or get exactly what I'm looking for? For example, let me give you this scenario. I wanted to generate a contract for a particular product. Um, yes, I think I was to partner with someone. I wanted to generate a contract rather, and I don't know anything about generating a contract. I'm not a lawyer or anything, right? So I said ChatGPT generates me a what's the name, a contract, and I think the response was like something like it is not in the best position to do so, that I should speak to a special advisor or something like that. So I switched. I said, okay, fine. Act like you're a lawyer and do this, do this, do this. I have this particular product. I want to partner with such person and I don't want anything to go wrong. Okay, can you generate me a contract to address this, this is what I'm offering, this is what I'm expecting and stuff like that. And boom, ChatGPT gave me exactly what I was looking for. Even when I showed it to a lawyer, a real lawyer, he was amused with the contract details, right? So, but my first prompt was very bad and very weak, and AI could not generate it because of some, I think, policies or so. So, if I didn't understand prompting, right, I would have just stopped there, not knowing that AI could have still done what I was looking for. So, prompting is one thing I feel, or I know that everybody should have. Is a skill everybody should have. You don't need to be a coder. You don't need to be someone that writes code. You don't need to be a software developer. You don't need to be anything, even tech space. But the fact that you know how to prompt gives you a very high edge in this digital space. It gives you a very strong edge in this digital space. The fact that you know how to prompt, you know how to maximize an AI, it gives you a very strong leverage, right? So the second one is a very important one, and that's to build something. Like I said, these are not new things, but this is the essence of this webinar tonight, is to actually not just ignite you to do something, start something, but to change your mindset towards this whole thing, right? So the second point is on for you to build things, and because like the truth is, employers do not care about your certificates that you have on your wall. They care basically about the projects you've done, not just in the case of employers now, even the world itself now. There's nobody that cares about, except maybe you are doing a corporate job, probably. But in this tech space, nobody gives 2 cents about your certificate, right? Nobody gives 2 cents about your certificate. I've done jobs even while as a student, and I was never asked about my CGPA, my certificate, or anything. Nothing related to school was asked during the job process. I watched a particular video of a woman sharing a story of a Nigerian that graduated with first class, I think political science, and it was in the US or UK, any of the two, I can't remember. And he applied for a job. He got the job. On the second day of his job, he quit. Said he's tired. Why? He said he can't continue with the job because he graduated with a first class. And she's like, who gives 2 cents about your first class? You apply for a job they gave you and you are saying first class. You're even a warehouse job. Who don't you use your certificate to do in this kind of place? So what the point I just want to bring out from there is that in this tech space, your certificate does not matter. If that is a hard pill for you to swallow this evening, please swallow it and take water and digest it. But I'm not saying this for you to now give up on school and stuff like that. No, I'm not that kind of person or preacher, that kind of thing. But what I'm just trying to point out is that you need to build things that can prove to people that, oh, this guy knows what he's doing, this lady knows what she's doing. Now, this might not be you building a software. You can build a personal brand for yourself. You can build a business for yourself. You can brand yourself. You can do something with AI. Like I said, there are a lot of things you can do with AI, whether you're a coder or you're not a coder. So building something is actually what building something actually gives you a leverage also. The projects you've done, the things you've collaborated on, projects and products you've built, things you've co-founded, things that you've done, hackathons that you've won, accelerators that you've gotten funded and funding from, and stuff like that. Keep building your portfolio, keep adding value, keep adding things to yourself. And since we're talking about AI and tech, just make sure that it's something related to AI or something related to tech, probably something related to AI, which is much better because, like I said, the world is really advancing in AI. For example, there was this game in 2016 by Google, I think AlphaGo, if I'm correct, and it was a competition between humans and AI. This was back then in 2016, and AI won the game. Everybody was kind of like amused, like, wow, because people did not think that even AI can advance that fast. I'm talking as back as 2016, that AI won that particular game. AlphaGo, you can check it. AI won the game. So that's shown that AI is thriving, AI is moving fast, AI is really advancing. And if you can't catch up, then that is where you fall aside. That's where you hear people say AI will take a job. It's a lie. AI cannot take a job. AI will only take the job of people that know how to use AI. So, like I said, you don't have to be a coder if you just know how to apply AI in your particular field. Now, time will fail me to start talking about different fields. That is why I made a list or I mentioned some of these tech skills at the beginning. So I don't know what each person is doing personally. Some might be into the tech space, some might be into the business space, some might be into the fashion space. I don't know which aspect, but like I said, you can find resources online on YouTube on how to leverage AI in whatever you are doing. Whether you are selling clothes, whether you are selling a digital book, or you are selling something else, be it in the tech space or not, there's a way you can definitely leverage AI in it. People are leveraging AI in agriculture, health, and some other sectors, big sectors. So, how much more your own sector or whatever niche that you are doing your business in? So, whatever business or whatever thing your hand is finding or your hand is currently doing, not Yahoo, please. Whatever your hand is currently doing and you know it's good, is something that you want to expand on, you can just look out for resources on YouTube, Coursera, anywhere you can find free resources on how to leverage AI. And your business is not too small for you to start using AI. Your business is not too small for you to start automating. Whatever you started now is not too small or too big for you to automate with AI. So this will just lead me to the third point, which is um, influence or surrounding yourself with people that are working on the same journey. So I'll be rounding up very quick. Surrounding yourself with people that are working on the same journey. This is a very important case. Note there's this quote that says, very, very popular quote. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. What if the people you are going together with are not going in the same direction or their destination is not in the same destination of yours? So there will be this confusion, there will be this confluence of agreement. There can be this, there's no this, you can't have unity when it comes to agreeing to something, right? For example, someone that hates AI, someone that does not believe in what AI can do, someone that does not believe in AI, and you that you want to start using AI for your business, and both of you are working or both of you are building, or the person is your co or the person is your co-founder, you're building a product and the person does not believe in AI and you do. Don't you think that there's going to be a confluence between both parties? Just like someone that does not believe in God and you believe in God, you cannot live under the same roof peacefully. It's not possible, right? So just surround yourself with people that are working on the same journey. For me personally, this works for me in my tech journey, right, on campus. When I was doing tech alone until I found a community, and one of the communities that I worked into was the one I'm currently leading. That was Google Developers Group on campus in State University. That was the first community I got to know about, first tech community I got to know about on campus in State University. And glory to God, today I'm a leading the community, and I can say the community has helped me in a way, just by being surrounded with people that are of the same how will I put it? Should I use the word mindset? But of the same skill set, yes. Being surrounded by people that of the same skill set. There's a way it gives you this how will I put it? Whenever you see someone doing better than you are doing, there's a way it gives you this unrest for you to become better or for you to become like such person or even better than that person. So this is the essence of you surrounding yourself with people that are actually moving in the same direction and heading to the same destination that you are heading. So let me just say this goes from Elon Musk. When something is important enough, you do it even when the odds are not in your favor. And that's true. And that's true. Just like someone that has a business and you don't know how to use AI, and you've never done anything tech before. Truly, the odds are not in your favor. But if truly you know that this business is what you want to do for a long time, and you want to also have an edge in this digital space, like I said, yeah, your business is not too small, your business is not too big, your career is not too small, not too big for you to involve AI into it. This will give you a very strong leverage in the digital space today. So, like you said, even though when the odds are not in your favor, you still push forward, you still push through, you still break through. Nothing ever came easy. Even when things look easy, they were never easy. Nobody shows you what goes on in the background. Nobody shows you what happened in the backyard. What people see is a success story, but they don't see the tears that some people have cried in the night, all because of their business or their career or whatever they are pursuing. So, like I said, this evening is supposed to be, or it's a mind shift for someone. If the person is here, it's a mind shift for someone. Um, like I said, all you've heard tonight is not something new, but this is just to point you and reignite that thing in you to actually start knowing how to leverage AI into whatever you are doing. This will give you a very strong edge in the digital space. So we can't just be consumers of technology alone, because you see a lot of big tech guys, they will come on stage today and they will talk about Africa. And one thing they say mostly about Africa is that, oh, Africans are consumers of technologies. We are not producers. We don't produce anything. And it's true, but I want you to start having this mindset of you don't want to be in the category of such people. That no, if a big person today is coming on stage to talk about Africa in that way, you yourself, you are rest assured that, oh, I'm not just a consumer of technology. I myself have produced something. I myself have created something. I myself have impacted people through what I've created. I've impacted people through what I'm doing. People's life have been transformed. People's life have been changed. My product has been able to do this, do that, make this change, make that change. In fact, it gives you this level of boldness, it gives this level of confidence that, oh, this is what I'm doing. I'm not just consuming, I'm not just a consumer, I'm also a creator. Right. So we cannot just be job seekers also, because that big dream that they're all looking for, that big dream that you're all thinking about, job cannot pay it, and that's the truth. Salaries cannot pay it. So we cannot just be job seekers, we have to be problem solvers. And I'll keep emphasizing that for you to be a problem solver today, you cannot remove AI from it. You cannot remove AI from it. You, I would have said you cannot remove tech from it, but even some tech skills might fade away later on. I use the word might fade away later on, but AI is not fading anyway. This is the dispensation of AI, and it can only get better, except maybe something new without the name AI comes up later in the future. Who knows? Right? At least during the former generation, they had computer. Nobody knew that they could have something like computer, even when Abacus started. So now that we have AI during our time, who knows what will come in the next 100 years? But at least for our own timeline, for our generation, AI is not going anywhere. It can only get better. It can only get better. So if you two want to get better, this is your own chance to just plug into this AI journey. You don't need to know how to develop AI, just consume information, like I said. consume free resources and how to leverage AI in your business, in your career, and whatever you are doing with your ends. Um, so let me just leave with these thoughts. I think I've said a lot about thriving in the digital space. And if you've been following Legacy Lab very well, especially this digital age series, I'm sure by now, if you're a critical follower, I'm sure by now you should already have this information at the palm of your hand. You should have known this at the palm of your hand, how to actually leverage AI in whatever you are doing. So let me just close on this note that I wrote something here. I said digital age is not just about machines replacing humans, and that's true. It's about humans using machines to achieve what was impossible yesterday, and that's true. Using AI, using machines to achieve what was impossible yesterday. I also wrote here, don't just stand on the shore and watch this wave pass you by. Get on the surfboard, ride the wave, and thrive at the digital age. So thank you very much. My name remains Sam Adeyemi, and I hope I've been able to impart and incite some of us tonight. Thank you, Legacy Life. Blossom.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sam. Thank you so much. We have been gingered and inspired tonight. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your emojis. Thank you so much. All right. So we'll just be reviewing what he said, everything he taught us, and I will just be saying some things that I personally jotted here, and I'll give rooms for people that have questions to ask him also. And if you have anything to say too, feel free. We still have at least some time to the end of the meeting. So majorly he talked about, I will just go on about this fact of thriving in the digital space. He said one of the things to learn, and one thing that caught my attention is he's not trying to bring new ideas. These are things we already know before, but we are not just taking it with seriousness, right? So one of the things that actually stood out for me is what he said first. He said knowing how to prompt your AI gives you a strong leverage. I think this particular thing is really what is thriving now, or that makes someone thrive. Knowing how to prompt your AI, you cannot just go there and just give AI something shabby and expect it to just give you what you want. You must be able to give it detailed requests, right? For example, you're having a conversation with somebody and you are just beating around the bush. You are not trying to um talk we get meaningful answers. So that was one of the things that stood out for me. The second thing he said, we should build something, start anyway, start either way. Don't give excuses, just start building something. Actually, growth is going to meet you on the way. You cannot always say, I want to grow before you start building something. Wherever you find yourself, irrespective of your niche, he said either you are coding or you are not, just try to build something anyways. And of course, AI is not there to take your job. I will always say that it's not there to take your job. It's only there to assist you and also make your job effective. You should be able to deliver well. So another thing he said surround yourself with people that are going same journey like yourself. Yeah, surround yourself with people that are going same journey like yourself. You cannot be a data analyst and you are saying your mentor in data analyst is someone that does what do they call it, is someone that does business. No, that's not possible. You have to go with like-minded people, right? Then I think one of the things I wrote here personally for me, though he didn't mention it, is about being dogged, like be resilient. Yeah, irrespective of, oh, this is striving. A lot of people are creating. What do I want to create that I want to make sense? Just do it either way. So the last thing I wrote here is about what he said about human beings are using machines to achieve something possible, not that machines are the one that are there to like make you or stop you from achieving what you want to do. All right. So thank you very much, Mr. Sam. Once again, it was an impactful and a swell time here tonight. So I don't know if anybody has anything to say. Do you have a question for Mr. Sam? Maybe when he was talking, you have something contrary to what he was saying. You were like, no, 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 I do not agree with this. I think I need to be cleared. I don't know. Please feel free. Just unmute your mic, or you can just raise up your hand, then I'll grant you the permission to go ahead. Or even if you have a question that might be related but you feel you can answer, you can just unmute your mic and say something to us tonight. We can also learn from you actually. So anybody, I'm waiting. No one. All right, so we're good, right? Nobody's talking. All right, that shows that we are good. All right, so just a second. Um.
I can
Okay.
see Victor raising up his hand.
All right, and you can mute your mic. You can mute your mic, please. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you, Sam. Again, I gained a lot this evening. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Legacy Labs. So, my question is, uh, I have two questions actually. So, the first one goes like this: when you are building a mobile app, I don't know if I can ask this question though, but when you're building a mobile app, what AI would you actually recommend to build a mobile app, maybe based on Flutter or maybe React Native?
Okay, I was waiting for the second question also.
Okay. So my second question is now, can someone actually gain a job as a prompt engineer, like someone that know how to um like write prompts very well using AI? Like, can someone gain a job as a prompt engineer, like a prompt engineering role in any organization? So that's my second question.
All right. So, your first question is, what AI tool can you use to develop um, a mobile app? Okay. So, this particular AI tool that I know of that at least I've used and tested is V0. I think it's a very popular one. So, I think that's v0.dev. You can check v0.dev. It's a very powerful AI tool you can use, and they have added a lot of improvements. I think they've also integrated the latest chat GPT-5. I think so. So you can check out v0.dev. You can also check out Lovable. Lovable 2 is also one powerful AI tool. Recently, they got funded of over $200 million. That's very crazy. A very high funding, right? And the product just came out 8 months ago. So it's a very powerful AI tool. I can vouch for v0.dev and Lovable also. So you can check out those two. So for a second question on can someone get a job as a prompt engineer? Yes, someone can, but I don't see the role as a common one now. But if you look at it also indirectly, people are getting job as a prompt engineer. For example, let me say this as a front end developer now. All right. If let's say I get a job in a firm as a front end developer, to be honest, basically, yeah, I me to just use AI to build whatever you're building, to be honest. Yes, there are some parts that I will still have to do some hard coding myself, but most of the products building, it's AI that will do it. So indirectly, and if a software developer, a front-end developer does not know how to prompt, then he will end up doing rubbish. Right. So a prompt and people are getting hired as prompt engineers in quotes now, indirectly. But the role as a prompt engineer itself, I feel is something that in the nearest future is going to be a very thriving career skill. I think yes. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Mr. Victor, are you fine? Was he able to answer your questions well?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I can hear you now. Thank you.
All right.
I
Thank
you answered
you,
well.
Mr. Sam. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Sam. So we have come to the end of tonight's session, Digital Edge Series September edition. Thank you, Mr. Sam, for coming on board. Thank you for choosing to do this with Legacy Lab. We are honored. And to our partners, GGGOC we say a very big thank you to you guys. And to our audience, everyone, even down to the names that I cannot mention, you are seen and we appreciate your presence tonight. Then also, you can watch the recap of or listen to the recap of tonight's call on our YouTube channel. That is legacylab.ng. You can check us out on YouTube. And you can also explore our social media pages, our X page, our X that's Twitter, and also our Instagram page at legacylab.ng. Yes, you can even choose to follow us now. Not even you can. Please, I will implore us to go on IG, go on X, and follow our page to get more updates about our events. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining tonight. It's an honor, and I remain your humble host, Blossom. See you at the last Thursday of the month of October. Good night, everyone. Bye.